welcome to a brand new episode of JoeScentMe. My name is Joe and I'm your host for today. Today I want to talk to you about Santi Burgas. They have a awesome set of perfumes and I want to spend some time and talk to you about a collection of perfumes that I sampled for about a week, and here they are. The fragrance collection that I tried out was in this discovery set right here, which you can purchase online directly from their website. Santi Burgas is a company based out of Barcelona, Spain. They are a very niche fragrance company. They have a very unique, modern, trendy approach, really catchy stuff. And I love their marketing, I love their packaging, their website is really great, and their perfumes are affordable. For the most part, they're quite affordable. So I want to talk to you about my experience with the collection that's in this discovery set. So let's start from the very beginning. So let's start with the first fragrance, which was on day one. I wore OIKB. Now OIKB is very interesting how they created this fragrance name. It's just 4 letters, but it actually stands for O Intense King Blue. To fit all that on there, they decided to just give it a 4-letter name. What a cool fragrance this was. So the fragrance starts off with lavender from Grasse, France, iris, black pepper, nutmeg, Virginian cedarwood, leather, Brazilian tonka bean, and pierre d'Afrique, which I believe is African pear. So the fragrance starts off floral with the lavender and the iris notes, but then it dries down into something woody, sweet, and leathery. This was a great fragrance. And by the way, this fragrance and all of the ones that I'm about to mention, except for one of them, they're all 145 euros. What you get is a 100 ml bottle. All of these are eau de parfum concentration. All of these are also unisex. Every single one of these fragrances have great longevity. They last a while, at least 8-12 hours. These fragrances have different projection based on which ones are which, but we'll get into that in a minute here. So on day 2, I wore Miss Betty Vair. And from the name, you can tell that this is going to be a vetiver based fragrance. The notes are Spanish lemon, eucalyptus, jasmine, nutmeg, Indonesian patchouli, Javanese vetiver, probably Japanese vetiver, oakmoss, and white musk. So as the name implies, of course, this is a vetiver based fragrance, and yes, vetiver is the main star of this fragrance. It's there from top to bottom. It is a dominant note in this, but it is not an off-putting, not this over-the-top crazy vetiver. It is definitely a star, but it's a well-blended, very nice smelling, very fresh, very green vetiver, and it is very enjoyable. So definitely check that out. On day 3, I wore Egnaro. Now Egnaro is orange written backwards. I don't know if you noticed that. And that is the first note in this fragrance. It's Valencian orange. Then we have anise, ginger, Calabrian, bergamot, civet, absolute, Australian sandalwood, and amber. So the first thing you get right off the top is the blast of citrus, the orange, which is a great fresh note to start with. But then as it mellows down, you get bits of the other stuff in there, like the ginger, the bergamot, the sandalwood, a little bit of the amber. Now this wasn't my favorite scent, but it is a great scent if you're looking for something for the summer or the springtime, for warmer days. And if you're wanting something that's a great everyday scent and you're into that orange, that citrus fragrance, this is definitely the one for you. Day 4, flaming red. Starts off with Bulgarian rose, Tuscan orris, passion fruit, oud from Laos, amber, and bourbon vanilla. The first thing you get from this fragrance when you first put it on is that barnyardy oud smell. Now, if you're not an experienced oud wearer, you might be first caught off guard by this. You might think it's stinky and raunchy, but that is actually proof that they use a high quality oud and that it's not synthetic. This oud is very high quality And it blows me away that this is only 145 euros. This definitely is one of the best smelling oud fragrances I've ever worn. And then what I love about it is how it gets into with the rose, and when it blends in with the rose, and then you get the dry down of that bourbon vanilla in there as well to sweeten things up. This was one of my favorite fragrances from this collection. I absolutely loved it. This is a must if you're into oud. You have to check this out. And at just 145 euros, I don't even understand why it's so cheap. It's unbelievably good, and it smells like something that should be twice or more the price. Day 5, O Dada. Starts off with orange blossom, Spanish saffron, labdanum, tonka bean, Indonesian patchouli, bourbon vanilla, incense, and tri-patchin oud. So all I have to say about this fragrance is wow. Another big hit. This fragrance right here, I fell in love with. The thing that really stuck out, the star of this, is the saffron, the tonka bean, the bourbon vanilla. Man, was this an amazing fragrance. I love the warmth of this fragrance. This, along with the last one, are gonna be great fall and winter scents because this is a very heavy scent. It's projected like a beast. Both of them project like a beast, I think. They also had a longevity that lasted a long time. I could smell it the day after I wore it. Before my shower, I could still smell it on me. They last a long time. They smell amazing. And then as they sit down and dry down on you, it was one of those fragrances where I can keep going like this and smelling it all the time because I just wanted to go back to it. I loved it so much. So that is a huge hit. Love O Dada. Finally, on day 6, I wore the most expensive one in their collection at just 295 euros, almost double the other ones, is Oud de Burgas. This one contains Madagascar clove, Durgam balsam, cypriol, cedarwood, orris, guaiac, suyufu oud, and Australian sandalwood. This oud lasted for about 24 hours. I am not kidding. This oud was strong, powerful, long-lasting, opulent. This is one of the most amazing ouds I've ever smelled. This is in my top 3 ouds that I've smelled that just were the top quality ouds. One of the best ouds I've ever smelled, ever. And even at 295 euros, even though this is their most expensive one in their collection, this is well worth it. So I definitely, if you're an oud fanatic, if you're a professional oud wearer, because it takes a professional to understand and appreciate the quality of the oud that is in this. If you are into heavy, strong, oriental ouds, this one here is gonna rock your world. You've gotta check it out. So that has been the 6 that I tried out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to leave a comment below if you have any questions, or if maybe you've tried this brand and you have a favorite. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you liked. And definitely check these guys out. I'm gonna include links to their website, to these fragrances. I'm also going to include their social media pages as well, so that you can follow them on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and all those great pages. Make sure you do the same with my channel as well. Follow me there, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, follow me everywhere I go. And don't forget, if anybody asks how you heard about this fragrance, you better tell them that Joe sent me. All right, have a good day. Bye-bye.